G'day guys, Bunny Basics here, thanks for hopping by. Today I want to talk to you about pellets and what you should be looking for when selecting a brand for your rabbit. I'll be focusing on the ingredients and nutritional composition, so this information should be relevant no matter where you live. I will however have another video up hopefully soon which looks at the different pellet brands available in Australia and looking at the good versus bad brands, because there are a lot of bad quality pellets here. When getting a rabbit, it can be very easy to simply buy the cheapest pellet available, because apart from differences in size and sometimes shape, different brands of pellets often look very much the same. In Australia, you can buy about a 2 kilogram bag of generic pellets from almost any pet store for about $5. While this is a great deal, it's probably not the healthiest food for your rabbit. The thing to remember with many pet products, especially food and treats, is that although they may be marketed for a particular animal, does not mean that they are suitable for that animal. And that is a very key point. You need to do your research just like anything else and make sure the food you are buying is suitable for your pet, because they don't have a choice as to what they eat, they simply eat what we provide them with. Please keep in mind that the information I'm providing in this video is what I've learned from my own research regarding the dietary needs of rabbits. This formula may not be suited for all rabbits due to health issues or gut sensitivity to particular things or any other factors. If you're after more information, it's best to speak to your rabbit savvy vet. So with so many different pellet brands available, you may ask, well, where do we start? Many pellet brands can be removed from your shopping list simply by sight. If the pellets are in a mix with seeds, corn, coloured crunchy pieces, oats or other things, otherwise known as a muesli mix, it is unsuitable for your rabbit. Many of the pieces are high in sugar or fat, and corn causes intestinal blockages as it cannot be digested. The other problem with these mixes is that often rabbits will selectively eat the bits that they like and leave the bits that they don't like, which results in them not getting a balanced diet at all. The next thing you need to look at is the ingredient list. The first ingredient needs to be a variety of hay, such as timothy, meadow, oaten, fescue, and so on, but not alfalfa or lucerne for adult rabbits. The hay may be listed as grass meal, timothy meal, or even dehydrated timothy meal. This is all fine. Meal simply means that the grass has been dried and ground. If the first ingredient is something like wheat or wheaten chaff, bran or pollard, cereals or soybean hulls, I don't recommend you feed it to your rabbit. Pellets with alfalfa or lucerne hay meal as the first ingredient are generally recommended only for rabbits up to 6 months of age or up to about 1 year for giant breeds. If you cannot find a pellet that isn't alfalfa based for your rabbit, then you may need to feed a little less of them than you normally would, and ensure that your rabbit has plenty of timothy, meadow or other suitable hay available. From this point, you need to then look at the nutritional analysis. Now, all brands list as a bare minimum percentage of fibre, protein and fat. However, it's also important to know the percentage of calcium and phosphorus. Suggested minimum fibre content is 18 to 20%, but with fibre it really is the higher the better. If you can find a good pellet feed with 28% crude fibre, that's absolutely fantastic. Recommended protein level is roughly 12 to 15%, and fat should be about 4% or less. The levels of calcium and phosphorus are really about ratios, but when in doubt, lower calcium is always better and it should be 1% or less. Excess calcium should be avoided as it can lead to bladder sludge. Phosphorus should be somewhere in the range of 0.4 to 0.8%. Now, I know that's a lot of information and a lot of numbers and detail to have to line up correctly for a good pellet brand, and believe it or not, there are a number of brands out there that meet all of these requirements. Some of them can be pretty pricey, which may be a limiting factor for you, and that's okay. In which case, my recommendation is firstly, never ever to buy a muesli mix. Make sure that hay is the first ingredient and make sure the fibre content is high. This is of course within reason, because if those pellets then have a 15% fat content as well, you really shouldn't be buying them. Just use your best judgment based on the recommended values. And please remember, if you are planning to change the brand of pellet you feed your rabbit, introduce the new brand slowly to avoid upsetting your rabbit's stomach. For more information on one way of doing this, you can see my video on that topic, which I'll insert a link to both in the video and in the description box below. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you've taken something from it. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!